G'day guys, well it's a much needed beautiful rainy day here on the Gold Coast, so it's absolutely perfect to have a maintenance day. And today I'm going to be running this flushing oil concentrate by cost-effective maintenance through the Nissan Patrol. Now the first step, believe it or not, is to drain the old engine oil out of the Patrol. So whilst I'm running it around the block to get the engine nice and warm, I'll tell you exactly why I've ponied up the cash to test out this product. So why am I running this particular engine oil flush through the Patrol instead of something that you can get just off the shelf? Well, it started off with our trip going up to the Keppels, and if you saw that episode you would have seen me sitting on the side of the road, bonnet up, looking at a very warm engine. Luckily there was nothing terminal happened and we were able to carry on with our trip, but it highlighted that I needed to do something about this issue. So jumped online when we got home, did a heap of research into what other people had done to fix overheating issues, and discovered that the Patrols, or the TD42s in particular, have the nickname of the kettle. Funnily enough, eh? So I'd done reading blog posts and everything that you do to try and figure out what was going on, and people were spending thousands replacing radiators and clutch fans and putting higher capacity fans in and all sorts of stuff, and that wasn't working. And in my search, in my quest, I came across this stuff, and I kept reading a heap of testimonials saying that they'd literally done everything else that everyone else had done, replaced radiators, spent thousands trying to sort out the cooling system, and it hadn't fixed it. So they gave this stuff a shot, and what do you know, the car came up good and they had no more overheating issues. So what this stuff actually does is, over time you get basically a build-up of oil deposits on the internals of your engine. Now your engine oil has two functions. One is to lubricate the engine, and the second one is to keep it nice and cool. So if it's not doing its second job, keeping the engine cool, you're really loading up your water cooling system, your radiator and stuff. Obviously to the point where it's no longer as effective as it could be. So we're going to give this stuff a go and see if it works for me. Right, so 15 minutes of trying to shoot that last segment means the engine is well and truly up to operating temperature. Now, I'm going to do this by the book as the manufacturer recommends. Step one is to drain the old engine oil out of the engine, leaving the old oil filters in place. Step two is to fill the engine with fresh, clean oil and then get the engine up to operating temperature. Step three is to put in the flushing oil concentrate at the prescribed dosage. Now for the Patrol that's about 125 mils. And then step four is to let the engine run at a fast idle for about 30 to 40 minutes. And then once that's done, we'll see what comes out the other side. The Patrol's been running for just over 30 minutes now with the flushing oil concentrate running around it, hopefully cleaning all the gunk out of the inside. I've got my drop pan here ready to catch it all, and I've done a really good job of cleaning it all out so that there's nothing in there, so we can see exactly what comes out of the engine. All right, let's drop the oil out. That is looking pretty black, considering that oil has done about 3 kilometres around the block to get it up to operating temperature, and then it's just been sitting there idling on a fast idle at about 900 RPM for about 30 minutes, about 31 minutes I think it was. Wow. That's the oil flush done, and I have here the results of the process, and I think you can safely say by looking at the colour of that oil, it's done its job. I mean, that is filthy. It looks like it's come out of a 5,000k service, and I'm going to stick my hand in there and look at that. That is absolutely putrid. Now, the thing to remember here is that this oil has literally only done 3 kilometres as I took the car around the block to get temperature into it, and the 30 minutes that it ran with the flushing oil concentrate in it. So I think it's safe to say that the flushing oil concentrate has certainly done its job, and with any luck, the engine in the Patrol will run a little bit cooler. So I'll have to organise a fishing trip now to take the boat out and see if I can't replicate the overheating issue.